Opie, you have to say hi to everyone. Say hi, Bean. Hey. Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. I have a goal. Let's start with my goal. So my goal, one of my goals for 2021 is to try out Amazon FBA and just see how it goes. I don't necessarily need to commit to it, but I do want to try selling stuff on there. So there are a lot of ways to get into Amazon, but what I'm going to start with is books. Amazon restricts a lot of categories for new sellers and things, so books are kind of a good go-to to start selling on Amazon. Used books, you know, are in every thrift store and everything, but they are not all profitable. So I've been watching a lot of booksellers on YouTube, and even this like book webinar thing yesterday that was really helpful. And I learned about some new apps and tools to help you scan for books. And then I was like, you know, I'll try my hand at finding some. Textbooks can do very well. They need to be current, obviously, but they can do really well. So I was just perusing my Nextdoor app last night, and I came across a guy who had a bunch of Spanish textbooks for sale, and he was selling them for 50 cents a piece. He said he was a professor, and yeah, he was just getting rid of all of these old textbooks. And I literally was just having a conversation with my boyfriend the other day about how I can never find any textbooks. So I decided to reach out to him and say, hey, I want all of your books at 50 cents a piece. Even if not all of them are profitable, I was willing to take the gamble that some of them might be. So I linked up with him today. He was a strange old fella, kind of your just weird, quirky professor. Okay, I took a phone call, and it got a little bit dark, so I want to hurry up and scan these books. But yeah, I found this on Nextdoor. A guy was a professor and he was getting rid of a lot of his old Spanish textbooks. So I just picked up a bunch of them. He was selling them for 50 cents each, which is amazing. I got 60 or so books, and I scanned a few of them on my way home, and there are some good ones. Now, I don't think most of them will be because they are older, so I knew going into this that it would be a bit of a gamble because I couldn't really scan while he was there, but I could tell that, you know, some of them were worth picking up, and I just wanted to take the risk. So I'm gonna get to scanning the books, and then I will show you the totals and, yeah, I don't know, walk through the rest of the process. So let's get scanning. Okay, I'm back inside. It was getting cold and dark, but I did scan all 60 from downstairs, and I think I have about $450 in a very small fraction of those books. I didn't even count, but I'm gonna kind of flip the camera around and show you. I have my bag of books. I brought up the ones that were worth selling, and then left the ones that didn't come up as green. I left those in the car, and I may go back and try maybe scanning them on eBay. The point of this was to do Amazon FBA. I don't want to be storing these as they are like big and heavy, but if there is some good money on eBay, I may try and list a couple, but the majority of these I do want to either redonate or send in to Amazon. So let me show you what I have. Okay, so here is my little tote of books, and like honestly, this small bag is the $4.50. So this one is new in the wrapper. Still, we have this one, which was worth a ton. Oops, now I'm like bashing them up against the table. And so I haven't, you know, gone through and figured out exactly what I will price these, because it does vary on condition. But yeah, I think this one was one that it was like, maybe because it's basically in new or like new condition, I could get a little bit more for it. Like this binding doesn't even want to open more than this. So that's why I say I could probably make some money on it because of its condition, where if it was in just good condition, I would probably lose money. But after all Amazon's fees and whatnot. So there's that one. This actually came in a set of Aventuras things, and there was like some workbooks, a textbook. This one little workbook video lab, the answer key came up as profitable. So that's interesting. Not quite sure. This is the one that I may wanted to scan or look up the whole set on eBay, because if I can get rid of the whole set and there's like 4 or 5 other books and little pamphlets in the set, then I would want to like kind of keep them together if it's worth it, or maybe just sell this one answer key. We'll have to see. But I brought that up and left the rest down there for now. Women of today. Yeah. But some of these smaller paperback ones are really the ones that were doing a lot better than the big heavy textbooks. And it's like, great, so glad I got all these big heavy books, when like this one I think is like $100 or $70 or something. So yeah, here, oh, this one surprised me, was a lot. I can't remember off the top of my head. I scanned these first. Here's a thicker one. Okay, so now I have my little stack. You'll see this is all I'm talking about here. So let's count them. There's one underneath. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with that answer key. So 12 books for potentially $450. Hi guys, it is a new day. I'm back again. I have just been completely enthralled with the idea of book selling the last few days since I got all those textbooks. So I've been consuming all the YouTube videos I can about, profitable book selling on Amazon, and trying to hit up a handful of thrift stores to try and scan for more books. I wanted to share with you the app that I'm using to scan these books and find out if they are profitable or not. The app is called Scoutly, and there are a lot of YouTube tutorials and explainer videos out there. So I'm not going to kind of do all of that detail because I'm not an expert on it and I don't want to give out false information. But I do want to show you how I scan the books, and you can kind of see what it looks like. I'm on the free trial right now. It is, I believe, $10 a month. And basically what it's doing is you set up a bunch of rules in the app that say, if I scan something and I can make $5 profit on it, let me know that I should buy the item. So you set up the rules that say, I want the item on Amazon specifically to sell, 5 times within the last 180 days and have a ranking in Amazon less than 1 million or something like that, right? You can create a ton and then tell it what you want to make for profit. You put in your cost of goods. Like, I love this kind of data combination of things. It's really cool to me. So genius app. I'm still trying to understand all the different triggers, and that's what they're called. Like, the profit triggers are what tell you to buy or not to buy an item. But I've watched a handful of tutorials and have kind of made my profit triggers look like theirs, and I'm slowly understanding it a bit more. But I wanted to show you what this looks like in case you're interested in the app as well. So I'm going to go through and scan all the books that I got. Let's see, the Spanish textbooks, and then I think I've had 3 other sourcing trips for books, but to be fair, the last trip is still in the car. I haven't brought them up yet. So I guess I have 2 separate trips and the Spanish textbooks, and I want to add them all together to see kind of what I will make and show you how the app works and all of that jazz. So I'm just gonna get scanning and we will add maybe the total of what I'm planning to make. I think I incorrectly underestimated the Spanish textbooks. I know I was saying like $400, but surprisingly, I'm still hesitant, it may be closer to $700 one of these books is selling for like $300, and I think I only said I would make like 60 on it. So that was before I had done a bunch of research on the app itself, because it can be confusing to read the data if you don't know what you're looking at. So I'm still kind of hesitant if it's really going to sell for, $300-$400. But anyway, let's just scan the books and we will add up the total on the screen and show you kind of what I have. And then I'll maybe break down the time that I spent doing this to try and give you an idea of like maybe what you can make per hour kind of thing. So I'm just going to get scanning. Before I get started scanning, you have to input your cost of goods into the app. And since these all came from different sources, the cost of goods is a little bit different for everything. Some of them were $3, some of them were 50 cents. And I don't want to keep switching back and forth the cost of goods. So maybe for an average, let's just say I paid $1.50 for all of these each. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate, but let's just put it right down the middle and kind of show you how this works. Now, some of them, because they are $1.50, may come up red, meaning don't buy, but it could have been something that I paid 50 cents for and would still profit based off my rules. So just keep that in mind. Let's get scanning. I have scanned all of the books with my little helper here, and I added the totals as I went along so you can see, and it looks like it was $783.38, which I'm thrilled about for my first go with the books. Hello, thank you. Opie's very thrilled too. Obviously, the majority of that came from the Spanish books that were worth the most, and you'll see that, like, you probably noticed some of them did pop up red, indicating don't buy it because the profit was below the threshold that I had indicated. And I'm thinking I may remove those because I snagged those Spanish ones before I really understood the profit triggers. And I think I have my profit set at like $3 or $4 right now. So it will turn red for profit under that. I added it all together for you in the video, but I may go through these again and get rid of some of the ones that were only $1 or $2 profit. But we'll see, I don't know. But I added up all my hours as well for how much time this took me to source all of these books. This is representing 3 different sourcing trips. And I would say total, it took me 6 hours to get all of these books, which I'm thrilled with. For my first Amazon FBA experience, to get almost $800 within 6 hours of work, that came out to about $130 an hour, which is really exciting to me. I can send these into Amazon and have it be passive income for the next several months. I don't expect to make that money overnight, especially some of these Spanish books didn't have a lot of sales in the last 180 days, but I'm okay with waiting since they won't be taking up room in my house and everything. So this has been my journey with books. I think it's something I'll continue doing. I don't expect to find a $300 book every day or every time I go to the thrift store. I think that was a very unique situation, but I'm excited that it happened, and I can't wait to grow the book business a little bit more and kind of develop that passive income through Amazon. I like having another stream of income like that. So anyway, enough rambling on about books. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear, do you sell on Amazon? Have you experienced FBA? Do you sell books? I'm just trying to soak up all the knowledge, and hopefully we can all learn from each other down in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.